Good morning, Cash Nation. It is I, Dr. Cash Money, with another informative Raid Shadow Legends video. We have a very special shard summoning going on, and there's been a lot of questions about it. Namely, there's a couple types of events that Plarium puts on. Either they will do double chances, which people call like 2x or 2 times, where things like Ancient Shards have their chances of epics go up to 16%, and legendaries to 1%. Or they'll do them for voids, same thing, 2x, double chances, and sacreds, double chances. Then they have these special 10 times events that the probability of drawing a champion by rarity remains the same. So what they are listed at now. But, however, the tickets for specific champions increases to 10 times a chance for these champions to be pulled based on what you pull it from. So we look over here at Sacred Order. We have Martyr, and we have Roshkard here. Both of these, you get 10 times more chances to get them if you would pull Legendary. So you're like, oh, I'm going to crack open an Ancient Shard and hope I get a Martyr. Well, you have a half of a percentage of a chance out of an Ancient Shard of that happening. And you still have 6% out of a Sacred of that happening, of you getting a Legendary pull. So these chances stay the same. It's very, very small. Then what happens is each one of these champions basically has 10 tickets instead of 1. So if we look at the total number of non-void legendaries, there are 67 non-void legendaries right now. So there would be, theoretically, in this situation, 9 more Martyrs added to that mix, and then also 9 more Roshkards added to that mix, for a total of 18 additional tickets into the pile. So 67 plus 18, 77 plus 8, 85. Is that right? 18, 67, 77, 85. So you would then have 85 slots that are taken up by the total sum of champions that are in the pool, and you would have a 10 out of 85 chance for pulling one of those, which roughly breaks down into 1 out of 8.5. So let's just go ahead and say 1 out of 9, just for the rounding's sake. You have 1 out of 9 chance of getting one of these guys from successfully pulling a legendary. So if you're sitting on, 200 ancients, and statistically you open up all 200 of them, you only have 1%. 1% chance out of 200 to get a legendary. The odds are bad. That's why some people that have amazing luck and they'll hit crazy things. I mean, I've done it. Sometimes you just get lucky and you just get like numerous hits. Sometimes you don't. There's plenty of videos that go both ways about how lucky or unlucky that you could truly be on a summoning event. But let's say you did, right? You did hit a legendary after so many shards, whatever it is. If it's 10 shards, it's 200 shards, whatever. You crack open 10 ancients, or you crack open 200 ancients, and somehow you get a legendary pull. You have 1 out of 9 chance of getting these guys right here, basically. Go over to the voids. It's the same basic odds as Ancients. We have 21 Void legendaries, right? Right. So we have 21, so that'd be 39. Uh, we'll get 10 out of uh, 39, right? Yeah, 10 out of 39. So 1 out of 3.9, basically 1 out of 4. The odds of getting these guys is a little bit better. Becomes 25% chance. But we're still up against this half percentage chance to pull. And what's really bad about Void Legendaries is the only way to get them is out of Void Shards. They don't come out of Sacreds. That's just how it is. And it even says it right there in the purple text. So, if you're lucky, if you get that 1 out of 200 shot as far as odds go, if you beat those 200 to 1 odds, you then have a 25% chance of getting either Venus or a 25% chance, roughly. Well, not 25, my bad. You have 25, 1 out of 4. 25% chance of getting a Venus or St. Nick here. It's not a bad shot on the 25%er. The scary thing is that 1% out of 200 shards and voids are hard to come by. So, honestly, as bad as it sounds, like I would rather take doubles even over this. It's probably the most tempting to do void shards to try to get Venus. I'm not really crazy about St. Nick, but Venus is a game changer, and so is Martyr. So that's really why these guys are here. And then we have the epics, of course, and there are 106 non-void epics. So yet again, we have to add in 9 more tickets per one. So 9, 18, 27, 36. That makes 142 possible tickets. And like 1 out of, you open, like, you get that one hit, it's astronomically small. It's 1 out of 42. It's tiny. It's absolutely tiny. Yeah, even with the probabilities. But each one of them, does have 10 slots that are in it. So the odds do go up. So 1 out of 42 with each one of these commanding a 10 out of it. It's like a 1 out of 14 odd for these guys, basically. So even lower chances of pulling one of these out of just Ancients. Then you got them on Sacreds. It's pretty much a better chance, of course, since the Sacred's like you're guaranteed you're going to get epic out of the Sacred. So, if you're really pressed for any of these epics, and I've looked at Talia, I've done a video on Talia. She's okay. Othar, Eothar, Uther, however you want to say his name. He's a good clan boss poisoner. I'm not going to take that away from him. So he can be worth grabbing if you really need a hardcore poisoner. Juliana can be good for clan boss mid game. I don't see her a whole lot like in game going against like Ultra Nightmare, but she can be good up to Nightmare. I forget her name. Frostbeard as well as Champions is kind of underrated. She's a speed buffer. And she also gives attack increase, which is pretty nice. And she does have, this very small chance, even with maximum books. 15, 20, 35% chance, 100% heal reduction. Good versus certain bosses. And then this tries to stack with it. She's mediocre. But she does have speed boost with an attack increase. Some people might favor that for whatever reason. So, who benefits really from this kind of event? Well, it's really not targeted towards people that do not spend a lot on this game. This type of event right here is more targeted towards those that spend money on the game, that will go out of their way to buy shards in order to pull that slot machine. There's only one way they could convince me to participate in this event, and that'd be if they give me the 16 void pack with the legendary books, because I'm a sucker for that deal. We get 5 legendary books and like 16 void shards for like $70 US. Yeah, Cash Money's a sucker for that one. Anything else, like the ones they've put up so far, not impressed. It's definitely not targeted towards the, don't want to spend that much or free-to-play players. And there's a lot of you guys that are in Channel 3 that are asking this question, have asked me today, is this worth going after? And I really, really don't think so. Like, Martyr and Venus are tempting. St. Nick, he can be, and Rush Card, they can be good for things like Arena. Some people will run them in Clan Boss too for block damage. I'm not saying they're bad champions, but when it comes to trying to chase something that's crazy good, Venus and Martyr, they're crazy good legendaries. The epics, I could deal without them. None of these epics impress me. I don't know, there might be better epics even for Sacred Order to pick from. I guess most people would be after the Juliana. I mean, they could throw Romero in there at least. I know a lot of people don't like Romero, but just because Juliana's in there, take out Frost Dingus here, put in Romero instead. Heck, they could have put old Phoenix in there. Phoenix is another one of those guys that's kind of the secret sauce. They could have done 5 for whatever. Like, we're gonna put Talia in there. Like, go ahead and throw Phoenix in there. Yeah, they could have done Phoenix and Talia, Juliana and Romero. They could have left it at that, or they could have just done a 5th one and put Athar in there so he could be the 5th wheel on the double date. That would have been at least a little bit more interesting for those people that want to do those companion builds where they do the partner team ups. Those are kind of interesting. I don't know. The event's not very cash money to me, guys. I don't think I'll be participating in it. Not that I'm very sharded at the moment. A lot of previous events have drained my shards, as we've been through quite a lot here recently. I did crack a sacred on a whim the other day to get, got a legendary out of it. Should have saved it. I could have got a martyr. Anyways, this has been Dr. Cash Money with another Cash Money video, giving you an opinion on this event. If you're free to play or you don't want to spend a whole lot, I recommend save your shards for doubles. This doesn't seem too crazy worthwhile. If they ever do something where they do doubles on top of this, then yeah, that would be insane. Like, especially for hunting champions. But this is more going after whales that are trying to grab Venus or Martyr. Hey, you might get lucky, you might not. I would just say wait for doubles. That way, if you're trying to build a stronger champion roster pool, then you'll have a better shot at pulling more quality champions overall, instead of just trying to have a much slimmer chance. 50% less chance on Ancients and Voids, literally, for or even Epics, really.
do yourself a solid. Just save them. Wait for doubles. If you really feel compelled, I mean, it's your account. You can do what you want with it. I'd wait. But thanks for tuning in. Please like, share, subscribe if you haven't already. Leave me some comments in the comments section. And I'll see you in the next Cash Money video. Thank you for tuning in.